Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. I'm with Oculus Rift Reviews, now with Windows Mixed Reality. Today we're going to do a review for Ancient Journey VR, a game on the Steam store for the HTC Vive, Valve Index, and the Oculus Rift. I can confirm this works perfectly fine on Windows Mixed Reality. You should know ahead of time that you can only teleport. There is no smooth or snap churning. There's 3 different areas, 3 different types of exhibits. There's ancient Greece and Rome. There's basically ancient Egypt, Africa. And then there's ancient Asian artifacts, artwork, culture from different Asian countries, Cambodia, China, Japan, India. And there's 3 different teleport areas. One, I wasn't sure the location. It's definitely in Asia, but it's more like an island country. I don't know if it's ever named. Then I think there is ancient Japan. And I'm sorry, there's certain locations that you can't teleport to. I have no idea why. Then there's ancient Egypt that you can teleport to. And there is none for ancient Rome or ancient Greece. So there is not one for this room. Let's start off here. As you can see, the room itself is actually pretty small for the number of exhibits that are available. And that's the case for all the areas. It's just too crowded. They should have made a bigger room for all these exhibits. And it just doesn't look like what any museum would look like. These exhibits are just too crowded. They're not well organized. And there's not much information on the exhibits. Let me show you. So here we see the 3 Graces relief, early imperial copy of the Greek original. So there's not much information on this piece. What year, who may have made it, some story behind this. There's absolutely the minimum of information on this piece here. And if you look at the quality, I would say it's not bad quality, but it's also not something that I would call great. I've seen better 3D scans from other similar apps of this type, and these aren't great scans at all. There's just like a flatness to the 3D models. I really doubt the piece actually looks like what I'm seeing here in VR, because there's a certain flatness to several features. The nose, around the eyes. I really doubt that exists in real life. I don't think it's this flat. So the 3D scans are not the best. I'm not sure what procedure they used for these 3D scans, but I really doubt it was photogrammetry, which is what a lot of the better apps of this type use, and you can just tell the difference because these scans just look a little flat. They don't really pop, and because of that, you just don't really get the sense of presence that you're actually at a museum looking at these pieces of art. Again, they're not bad. Please don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying these scans are terrible. But what I am saying is that I've seen higher quality stuff. And for the price, because this is probably the highest priced app of this type, at least the highest priced app of this type that I'm aware of, you expect a higher quality than this. And this is more like some of the free to play quality scans that I've seen. Again, I think there is value here. Just so you know, this app normally retails for $24.99, $25, and I bought this on sale recently. It's currently on sale $5, and that's what I bought it for. So I just bought it maybe like a week or 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, something along those lines, on sale. It's still currently on that sale price. So, Portrait of a Child Boy, Roman Imperial 180 to 220 AD marble. So very little information. Greek general, 1st, 2nd century AD marble, Roman copy of a Greek bronze original, 4th century BC. So let's go to the next area, ancient Egypt and Africa. And let's see what it says here. Haramhab, as a scribe of the king, New Kingdom, Dynasty 18, reign of Tutankhamun or Aya, 1323 BC. So this actually has more information than we usually get from these items. And again, there's just a certain flatness to this. If you're looking from far away, you cannot tell. So if you're looking at the model from far away, you really couldn't tell that. But once you get up close, you can see certain aspects of it that seem flat, and that just gives away that this is not actually, an exhibit that you're looking at in real life. This is a 3D scanned model that you're looking at, because there's just a certain flatness to it. And if you're seeing this in VR and you've seen better apps with better 3D scans, you can tell the difference as soon as you get up close. Now you can teleport to 3 different locations that are basically environments that you can teleport to. That one's ancient Egypt. I'm not going to go to that one. I'm going to show one of the other ones. But let's look at ancient Asia. Stone relief from the Ming tomb. So you can see with this piece, there's just not a lot of information. There's 2 things that I expect from this type of app. I expect more information on the art pieces, or at least a narrated part where they tell you more about the pieces. And here, there's only a narrated part at the very beginning with not a whole lot of information. And then when you go to 3D environments, there's some information, but it's all very general, very vague. So you don't get a lot of information from this app. What does it say over here? This one's actually very interesting. Standing female deity. Probably Durga. Period, pre-Angkor period. Date, circa last quarter of the 7th century, early 8th century. Culture, Cambodia. Very interesting. I don't think I've seen anything like that before. Buddha here, okay, China. This is a teleport to like some island, Asian place, but I don't think they tell you where it is actually. So to experience everything in this app, it took me about 20 minutes. So I think this app is very limited in content, and the quality is not as high as I think we've come to expect in VR. And the normal price is just way overpriced for what this is. You really have to be interested in the subject matter. Even then, I would say it's a wait for sale. So my rating for this experience is going to be a 5 out of 10. But let's check out ancient Japan. So you can see this is probably the best one out of the 3 different locations you can, teleport back in time to.
Around 200 BC, invaders from the Asian mainland entered Japan. Using their superior technology and weapons,
now,
those newcomers were easily
as you can see, there's some
able to
graphical glitches here. There's some lighting issues.
Islands.
Light flickers on and off.
Those newcomers intermarried
and you can see
with
there's
the
a problem there with the stairs.
Over a period of many generations helped
there's
rise
also
their
some pathing
standards of
issues
living,
because I've
teaching
been
them
around
new
this
methods
map
of farming
before.
And new technologies, including the use of both bronze and iron.
There's some frame rate issues here.
Around 215 AD,
I did not experience that in the actual museum, but now that I'm out here,
Asian mainland, those
it.
invaders had mastered the use of horses in the battle, and their warriors were again able to quickly conquer the islanders. It is believed by many historians that those warriors would eventually become the ruling class in Japan.
So overall, I really think this is way overpriced. To me, I'm not sure why they're charging $25. There's nothing really here that warrants that. There's honestly free-to-play museum apps that I think are better quality than this. However, there is value here. I'm not going to ask for a refund. Again, I only paid $5. And for me, it is worth it because, I appreciate the educational value, but I think it's only for people who are really interested in the subject matter. I think for everyone else, this would be a pass. There's just better apps of this type, which, cost less. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. I'm with Oculus Rift Reviews. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.